Hello, everybody. So, I just want to remind you guys, I'm going to ask you a question here. And the question is this is about Russia and the Ukraine. So, whether you want to believe me or not, that's on you. But here it is. Why is it that Russia chose to invade Ukraine and Europe while Joe Biden is the president of the United States? And I know this happened like February 22nd. I think it was Thursday, February 22nd, 2022, which was his second year in office. But the war is still going on there in Europe. And history is repeating itself on the European continent in Ukraine. And Vladimir Putin, the Russian president, wants the USSR back, and he wants the power and the money. He thinks he doesn't have enough power and money, so he wants more. That's how dictators rise to power. Hitler was one of them. Mussolini was one of them. Saddam Hussein was one of them. Osama bin Laden. All these guys, they were so big. Like Christopher Columbus. All these guys wanted power. Columbus didn't really, he had gold, not really money like the money that we have today, but the whole story with Columbus, that happened back then in 15th century. So that happened like back then, guys, in the 15th century. And, you know, I'm sorry, Native Americans. If you're one of my subscribers on my channel and you're a Native American, I apologize for saying that about Columbus. I'm white. That doesn't mean I'm European. I'm an American, born and raised, Florida and the United States. Born and raised in the United States on American soil, no matter if it's Florida, Connecticut, New York, Texas, Tennessee, wherever state it is, you are a U.S. citizen. Unless you are an immigrant. And everybody who says, well, you know, your ancestors were European. Yeah, doesn't mean I am. Cenk Uygur from TYT Media News Network. He was born and raised in Turkey. I believe it's a European nation. Does that mean he's an American? No, but he lives in the United States. He lives in California. And those of you who live near where the studio's at in LA, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Cenk, you know, the guy from TYT. And by the way, he doesn't really look Turkish, but he doesn't really sound like it either. But maybe he looks like he doesn't sound like it. But yeah, in one of his videos, he did say on his show that he was born and raised in Turkey. But he immigrated to the United States and became a citizen. He used legal citizenship. He sought asylum. He said it in one of the videos live. And I'll put that channel link in the description so you can check out TYT News Network. So anyway, back to what I was saying about Russia and Ukraine. So, and Native Americans, I apologize for what I said about Columbus. The whole point I was making was that these guys have power and money and they want more. That's the whole point I was trying to make. So once again, I apologize. If I wasn't white, I don't think anybody would care, but especially today, but I am. Right now, we still live in the 21st century in the year 2024. The war in Europe with Ukraine and Russia is still going on. But Donald Trump is not president anymore. But they still want to bring him up 24/7. I want to talk more about that in another video. I usually don't get political, but you know what? Sometimes you have to, especially in election year, because it's important. It's not just about politics. It's how these guys are in power and money and running the country. Political or not, they're still running the country. Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, the whole government system, they all run the country. But we, the people, are the ones who put them there. So I didn't put him there because I didn't vote for him. I never voted for either Donald Trump or Joe Biden. But Donald Trump has a point. If he was president still, Vladimir Putin would have never invaded Ukraine. Because him and Vladimir are buddies. You know, like brothers. They are close. No, they're not actually brothers, I'm just saying. So, yeah. That's all I have to say. What are your thoughts on that?